Hey all, welcome once again to another day, another story from my cycling journey of West Bengal. Today is day 398 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip, day 12 of cycling here in West Bengal. Last night I was all alone on this Indian Oil petrol pump because it closes at 9 o'clock, and whole night I could not sleep because different vehicles were keep coming and they were blowing the horn, which did not allow me to sleep. And this is why I got up at 4:30 in the morning, and after getting fresh, packing my stuff, it was 5:30 when I started riding. This place name is Kaliachak, Kaliachak, which is a part of Malda district, and this is National Highway 12. This early morning brought a peaceful atmosphere with lush greenery flanking on both the sides of the highway. I saw a signboard indicating that Raiganj was 84 km and Malda is 10 kilometers from here. The dawn was breaking and I had been watching the reddish glow in the sky, which happened just before the sunrise, though the sun remained hidden somewhere. After a time, finally I caught the first glimpse of the sun behind the tree before it disappeared again behind the buildings. I was so determined to see this morning sun, I had to reverse my bicycle just to catch another look of it. Along my way, I encountered many architecture marveled. There was a beautiful mosque and there was a temple which was designed like a lotus flower petals on it. While riding on the highway, it was not pleasant for me to ride on it. From a bridge over a river, I observed a boat or a donkey which was made with a metal sheet only, and a fisherman was casting his fishing net. Nearby in the same river, I spotted few Chinese fishing nets. And then came a sight which was just a picture perfect. There was a green field which was stretched in front of me, and behind that there were lots of green trees, and under those green trees I saw a shed which was made with bamboo and plastic sheets. Underneath that shed there was a platform which was perfect for sleeping and taking rest, and in that green ground there were some white birds sitting, and this all was completing a postcard worthy scene. I made an interesting insight about the local fishing techniques. So what they do over a pond, they tie lots of wires or threads so that all the flying birds, they don't get into the water and catch the fish. हाँ, किस लिए लगाते हैं? काला वाला पानी मछली खाता है उसलिए। अच्छा, कागा रोकने के लिए काला वाला? काला वाला। अच्छा अच्छा, वही है। हेलो, ठीक हो? ठीक हो तुम? I also discovered a new technique of feeding the fishes. So what they do, over the rope they hang the plastic bags filled with the fish feed, and then they turn it around, and this is how they can feed the fish which are in the center of the pond. So imagine if they have to throw the food from the bank, all the fish has to come to the bank, or another way could be that they put all the feed in the boat and then go into the center and throw it there. But this technique, using the rope feeding the fish, is much more effective and efficient. This journey continued to offer beautiful sights. White water flowers were blossoming in a water pond near a boundary wall, and a stunning mango garden where the branches of the mango trees were bent over the water collected under them. I wanted to stay and gaze on this sight forever. I also learned that after Andhra Pradesh, I found West Bengal is the second state which is growing mangoes on such a large scale. I think before this I have seen something like this. There was in Andhra, and now West Bengal. That's so good. It was 6:40 a.m. when I reached to Mohidapur. The sun was still rising when the Google map directed me to take right turn towards Gaur Road, Gaur. So I have decided to leave the highway and go on this road and ride in the village area near the Bangladesh border. So while riding on potentially broken road, which was because of the heavy vehicles on that, I met with a motorcyclist. Later I discovered that he is the distributor of milk and dairy items. ओके, तो आप इनके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हैं? बहुत बढ़िया. So realizing that I have not had anything since morning, I thought to buy a packet of milk, and what happened next made me speechless. I met him. What's your name?
My name is आदित्य प्रताप दास.
हाफ केजी वाला है ना? कितना इसका?
नहीं, आपके पास मैं पैसा नहीं लूँगा.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. मैंने खरीदने के लिए बोला है. आ जाओ. नहीं बोला. नहीं, रहने दीजिए फिर. मैं खरीदने के लिए बोला भाई. आदित्य प्लीज.
मैं खुशी से आपको दे रहा हूँ.
खुशी? मैंने तो इसलिए लिया था कि मैं खरीदूंगा आपसे. मुझे लगा शॉप पे पता नहीं हो पाएगा. नहीं,
कोई बात नहीं. गाँव एरिया है या नहीं?
His act of kindness was truly touching. Thank you भाई, thank you. Very kind of you. I didn't expect कि ऐसा भी होगा कुछ. So after riding on this road for almost 3 kilometers, I took a left turn towards the border. The scenes which greeted me on this road was a part of rural India. I saw school children in the sleeper. A goat was doing the goat walk on the side of the road. The houses were having an open courtyard with the surrounding greenery. So at a diversion of the road, I consulted the Google map and took the left turn. I found myself riding on a very narrow road with the ponds on both the sides. I watched a woman filling the water in a vessel. It was 7 a.m. and the sun was still making up in the sky. So it's a road made with the cement, and of course with the time and the kind of rain happens here, they are supposed to be damaged, so nothing to worry about it. Can you see this man walking? ये क्या है, बॉर्डर है क्या? तो इस सड़क पे जा सकते हैं?
कहाँ पर जाए?
महानंदा नदी तक
यहाँ से मुड़ जाइए, फिर सीधा एकदम निकल जाइए।
हाँ, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है ना इस पे चलने में?
मैम है वो,
हाँ,
उधर ही पूछ लीजिए, आपको बोलेगा नहीं कुछ।
ठीक है, थैंक यू। This is the border of Bangladesh and I'm very close to it. There I met with a lady army officer who is from Odisha. She checked my identity card and checked my videos on my channel and then permitted me to go on that route. So the patrolling is being done here by the army on bicycles. That's so unique. And then I entered to the village which are near to the border area, and they were offering me the glimpse of the life near the border. The scenes were vivid and varied, like two calves. They were sharing the same pot. Hens were wandering on the road. The goats were tied on the roadside. So this place was called Muslim Para, where I witnessed a simple life unfolding for me. The children were roaming on the road. Hello, 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 hello. बच्चे रास्ता दे दो। A beggar was begging on a wheelchair. The cows were tied along the roadside, and the houses which were built with the very basic and simple item of bamboo, some crop residues, plastic sheet, and sometimes bricks. I saw an elderly man stood on the road having his son or a grandson in his arms. I saw a local tea shop. I stopped there to have a cup of tea. Chai hai? Being a Muslim village, I was very careful to seek the permission to shoot a video or to take a photo, and I especially captured the picture of the males only. Everyone showed up a mix of charming shyness and curiosity. Whenever I used to take my camera out to record, there was a kind of shyness was on them. They used to turn their face. I did not record the woman who was running this tea shop intentionally. This tea costed me 5 rupees. Hello? Hello? ओके, हाथ से करना होता है, हाथ हिला के। रायपुर के लिए किस तरह जाना है? ओके, आई एम बैक टू द बॉर्डर इट सीम्स. आई हैव क्रॉस्ड द विलेज. इफ आई कुड हैव गॉन स्ट्रेट वुड हैव बीन ओके. As I continued on my journey, I passed few more villages on my way. Plenty of cows and the goats. The views were breathtaking, especially when I turned out to be riding parallel to the border. The route took me through the lush green fields, where I saw two women harvesting the paddy crop. I passed by a mosque. I saw a moody shop or kirana shop. कोल्ड ड्रिंक रखा है आपने? कौन सा है? दिखाना एक बार। कैंपा कोला नया आया है ना? ये नया आया कैंपा कोला है और इसका प्राइस 20 रुपया है। रिलायंस मुकेश भाई अंबानी कंपनी, they have purchased this long time back and now they are relaunching it. And do you know how they are killing the market of other drinks? That's they are launched at 20 rupees. Wonderful. That's really nice. Thank you. I was thoroughly enjoying this ride, experiencing the rural Bengal in the most authentic way. ब्रदर नौका किधर मिलेगा? गुज्जर नौका बोट आगे जाना है? कितना दूर है?
आप कितना दूर से निकले?
चंडीगढ़ से निकला था।
इसी साइकिल से?
हाँ इसी साइकिल से।
नदी पार होना है? जी। फिर नदी पार होने के बाद जहाँ भी जाएगा।
हाँ
तो बोर्ड देख लिए तब बताएंगे।
हाँ अच्छा। तो
आप रायपुर गुजर घाट बोलेगा, वो गुज्जर घाट बोलेगा तब
ठीक है। तो अभी कितना दूर है?
अभी हो जाएगा 4 किलोमीटर 3 किलोमीटर
3-4 किलोमीटर है। ठीक है दादा, थैंक यू। सो माय डेस्टिनेशन वाज गुज्जर घाट. दिस इज द प्लेस वेयर फ्रॉम आई टेक अ बोट टू क्रॉस द महानंदा रिवर, बट फाइंडिंग द एग्जैक्ट रूट टू द गुज्जर घाट वाज वेरी ट्रिकी. सो somebody told me to go through this route. My target is to reach गुज्जर घाट. दादा गुज्जर घाट इधर है? इधर
जाएगा नदी है।
हटना नहीं है। गुज्जर घाट यही है ना? इधर है। I had to take many U-turns and many stops to get the directions towards the Gujjar Ghat. But the views on the way were very authentic and making me learn a lot about the village life here in West Bengal. Finally, I reached to the river bank. Look at this route. Going down, just going down and down and down. There is a boat. I can see it. The boat was on another side and it was taking a longer time. So waiting for the boat with the Campa Cola. Because the boat is empty at that side, no passengers, so it's still standing. They have started pulling the horn on their vehicle and asking them to come.
ये रास्ता बहुत कीचड़ है, कादा।
अच्छा, फिर इधर नहीं आएगा?
जाएगा, बहुत दिक्कत होगा। मोटरसाइकिल तो घूम के चला गया ना।
अब तो बोट आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है?
हाँ
आएगा ना। Few of the passengers were returned because they could not wait that much, but I stayed there because I was enjoying that village life scenes. So what will you consider it? They have built the fields here. Isn't it a land encroachment? They are encroaching the land which belongs to the river. They are building fields over here. And how do they get the ownership of it when the land belongs to the river itself? That's so stupid at their behalf. I don't appreciate it. If this land belonged to the river, it should remain with the river only. The boat is approaching to the harbor. The passenger has already started going there. This is gonna be very amazing to see how they are going to take this motorcycle out of the boat. So this river is Manda and this side it will go to the Bangladesh. Okay, so people have suggested this man to sit on the motorcycle and then sail through this ramp. Okay, and this guy is short in height. He is not able to keep his legs on the ground. That's looking very funny. But people are holding it 3 from behind and I think 1 from the front. So the rider is down from the motorcycle and pushing it front. He has come out like a winner. The heart is not ready for service. People are coming and they are utilizing it.
साला काम करते करते साला गाड़ी चामार माथार घामे एक जगह जोड़ है छे আর নকশাবাজি লাগাইছে
বাইক উঠাবে না বাইক উঠালে তুমি নিজে যাবা গাড়িতে
আস্তে আস্তে
কোনা যাবি গে
जान चल ना फिर मुनहारपुर जेबे
Then it started. So the journey on the boat was again very fascinating. They used a long bamboo for steering and pushing it. crossing took only 10 minutes, but this 10-minute boating ride was memorable and full of adventure. काफी गहरा है ये। On another side of the river bank, I took my bicycle down, crossed the water, and then I went to that place where I supposed to pay for it. But what happened next was really heartwarming. कितना हुआ?
कोई बात नहीं, रखिए ना, मत लीजिए।
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
रखिए ना।
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं। अरे एक मिनट, नहीं
रखिए ना,
आप रखिए। नहीं,
रखिए।
आपने बोला काफी
हम
है।
दे देंगे।
आपने इतना सोचा, उतना काफी है। आपका नाम बताओ मेरे को। विशाल चौधरी।
रखिए ना, हम दे देंगे।
पर तुम क्यों दे रहे हो? रहने
दे
दो
देंगे हम, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
ऐसा मत करो यार।
नहीं, अभी कहाँ, पूरा इंडिया जाना है?
हाँ, पूरा इंडिया जाना है। Leaving that place, I started riding across the mango orchards. नाम क्या है? Cycling Beast. And I found myself back onto the busy road. This road is going towards a city named Ahio, and this all is quite a contrast to where I was before crossing the Mahananda River. Mango orchards were on both the side of the road. This city seems to be in between of a big city and a village. While riding, I was thinking the peace of that countryside area is completely gone here. So it's very hot. We'll find a place to sit somewhere and take some rest. A surprising turn-off event happened. So when I was riding on that road, a motorcyclist approached me and started talking, and he asked if he could help me. I mentioned that I was looking for a place where I can go and eat some veg food like sabji bhat, or I also want a place where I can sit and work on my next video. He asked me to follow him. He took me to his French mobile shop. There we had a small talk, clicked some pictures together.
साइकिल से कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती,
बस थक जाते हैं ना।
मेरा नाम है भास्कर
अमित।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Next to that shop was Babu Hotel, and the sabji bhat which I had there was among the most delicious food I have tasted in West Bengal till now.
सब मिक्स वेजिटेबल।
ये मिक्स वेजिटेबल है। हाँ, और ये क्या है दादा?
ये डांडा है।
डांडा। ये क्या होता है?
सब्जी के खाने के लिए ये अच्छा है खाने के।
ये कोई पेड़ का वो है? पेड़ से ले। ओके, थैंक यू।
This food has got the taste. There's something unique, very nice.
These are literally like a stem of a tree.
It has got tree fiber also inside. Taste is really nice. I'm liking it. Taste is good, no doubt.
Babu Bhai was very friendly. His full family was very friendly, and it was a wonderful environment. What's your name?
Aditya.
My name is Amit. I had great food which was followed by a cup of tea and few biscuits with. Then they provided me a space in the mobile shop to work on my next video, and I kept working on my video till 4:30 p.m. So this was the time to say goodbye to everyone. Almost 4.5 hours I was sitting here and working to edit this episode. So the episode which you will see tomorrow is edited at this place because of this man. What's your good name? I forgot.
संतु भूति।
शंतु भूति। और ये इनका मोबाइल शॉप है। किस नाम से अपना ये?
न्यू मोबाइल शॉप।
न्यू मोबाइल शॉप है ना। थैंक्स अ लॉट, वेरी काइंड ऑफ यू। अच्छा हुआ आपसे मिल लिया। थैंक यू दादा, ध्यान रखिएगा आपका। बाय बाय।
बाय बाय।
After saying them thank you and goodbye for their generous support on my journey, I started riding. I've seen a very strange kind of a tradition. They make Bhole Baba photo but with a big belly. This picture is seen. I've seen it 3-4 places. तुम कहाँ जा रहे हो?
घर पे जा रहा हूँ।
किसके?
हमारे घर पे।
Okay.
हमने देख के पहचान लिया। मेरे फादर का फोन में आपका चैनल सब्सक्राइब करा है।
सच्ची?
हाँ।
This is really good to see cycling. ये क्या लगाया है? इसका क्या करोगे? मॉडिफिकेशन साइकिल में, डेकोरेशन के लिए। Very nice, looking good. And found myself riding between the green fields. I think every village should have a playground like this, you know. See how people are playing here. I'm showing you a typical evening in a village. Look, so peaceful. No crowd, and he's the first dog who has started barking on me. So because evening time and it's cooler, it's not that hot. So people prefer to come and sit outside. They stay outdoor most of the time. So it's a small kind of village setting which you are looking at right now. So usually in any village you will see the mixed kind of houses. Few are old, made with mud and bamboo, and few are really big because of the owner is rich. Like look at this side, no? This looks like the houses of a poor man, but not necessarily they are living there. This is a bicycle repair shop here. I have seen one thing also, that they don't make the shops with the concrete most of the time. They prefer to keep the shop with the shed itself. All the kettles they tie outside or indoor at the night. I think the village is over now. The sky turned red with the sunset light and the vehicle's lights were on. I checked on Google Map. Nearest petrol pump was almost 10 kilometers. While riding towards that pump, I crossed many small villages and cities, and it was dark when I made it to the location of the pump. But before I could cross the road and go and talk to the petrol pump owner, I was stopped by a cyclist and a e-rickshaw driver. So basis on my learning in the previous 400 days, I know when a local is suggesting something, always listen to them. Second, maybe sometime the God is trying to communicate something to you, so always follow the direction, and this is what I did this time also. Right to the location, but they are suggesting me something else. आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? आगे जाके रहना ठीक है?
हाँ, मार्केट है, वहाँ पे आप रह सकते हो।
वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है?
बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा मार्केट है, वहाँ पे बाड़ी घर सब है।
बड़ा बड़ा घर है, मार्केट है।
अच्छा।
वहाँ जो पाम है ना, वहाँ बगल में ही है, पक्का जगह में है।
Okay, let's do it. Listening to both of them, I agreed upon riding for another 7 kilometers on such a dark road, and this is how I made it to the next HP petrol pump. There was a surprise waiting for me. See what happened. Excuse me sir, अभी रात हो गया ना, मैं पूरा ऑल इंडिया साइकिल पे कर रहा हूँ। रात को रुकने के लिए जगह चाहिए। टेंट है मेरे पास, जहाँ आप कहोगे वहाँ पे रुक जाऊंगा।
हमारे बगल में पंप के बगल में साइड है, वहाँ टेंट लगा के रह सकते।
साइड में क्या वहाँ पे शेड है कुछ? अच्छा अच्छा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं दादा, जहाँ आप कहोगे वहाँ रुक जाऊंगा।
फोटोकॉपी देना पड़ेगा।
ID कार्ड का फोटोकॉपी?
जी
हाँ दादा, मिल जाएगा, है मेरे पास। आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम महेश साहनी है,
साहनी।
ओनर है जोगिंदर साहनी।
मेरा नाम अमित है। Thank you. So I went to the nearby shop. There I got the photocopy of my Aadhaar card done, and I also purchased a washing soap so that I can wash my clothes tonight. Take a look at this shape of this. It doesn't look like a soap, washing soap. When I came back, I got another surprise. ये लीजिए दादा।
खाने के लिए आज रात हमारी तरफ से।
क्या बात कर रहे हो दादा? डिनर आप कराएंगे मेरे को?
जी।
अरे वाह, ये तो सरप्राइज मिल गया मुझे। थैंक यू दादा। With the staff member, I took my bicycle to that teen shed. पेट्रोल पंप पे काम करते हो? हाँ। आपका क्या नाम है?
अनिमेश रॉय।
अनिमित रॉय। आप?
तिमिर रॉय।
अच्छा, और आप?
कृष्ण साहा।
I made my bicycle stand inside, put my laptop on charging, start exporting the video which I edited while sitting on that mobile shop. Can you see the condition of my clothes? They all are wet. My God, I'll be sleeping here on this bed. They literally came and asked how many chapatis I would like to have in the dinner. I said 2 chapati with sabji will be sufficient, which really made him surprised. After all this, I took my clothes, went to the petrol pump, I took bath in the open under a tap, I washed my all the clothes and came back to the teen shed. When I arrived, the dinner was waiting with 4 chapati, and this is how my day came to an end. Today I have covered approx 58 kilometers of distance, and my expenses were minimal. All the credit goes to the Bengali people. Starting from morning, that motorcyclist, he refused to take the money for that milk packet. Later on, they refused to take the payment for the boat ride. The food and the tea was given by Babu Bhai. He also refused to take the payment. And now the dinner is provided by the petrol pump owner. So if you look at this, I did not spend anything except 20 rupee for Campa Cola bottle and 20 rupee for the photocopy and that washing soap. So I was very surprised to see how Bengali people are treating a North Indian cyclist here in West Bengal. So I salute to their spirit and the kind of generosity they have shown towards me. I must say that East or West Bengalis are the best. If you like this kind of a story of my cycling adventurous journey, then subscribe to my channel World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of my videos first. How was my adventure in the rural part of West Bengal as a solo cyclist? That is a very interesting journey full of information and new knowledge. I'm giving you the link here. Please go and watch, and those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please rate them. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet again soon with a new story in a new video. Take care. Bye bye.